Summary of The Liar, written by Nora Roberts. Chapter 1. In the grandeur of what Shelby and Pomeroy would forever think of as the big house, she found herself seated in her late husband's imposing office. The expansive room exuded an air of opulence, with its plush leather chair and sleek zebra wood desk commanding attention. Yet, for Shelby, the trappings of wealth served as stark reminders of the life she had once thought was hers. She sat in Richard's chair, feeling small and out of place amidst the grandeur that surrounded her. The color of the chair, espresso, had been chosen with meticulous precision by Richard, reflecting his exacting nature in all things. Even now, in his absence, his presence loomed large, casting a shadow over Shelby's every thought and action. The desk, custom-made in Italy from African zebra wood, gleamed under the soft glow of the overhead lights. It was a symbol of Richard's success, a testament to his wealth and status in the world. Yet, as Shelby glanced around the room, she couldn't help but feel a sense of unease creeping over her. Richard had always been precise, exacting in his demands and expectations. He had swept her off her feet 5 years ago, whisking her away from the small Tennessee town where she had been born and raised. He had shown her a world she had only dreamed of, showering her with gifts and affection. But now, as she sat in his office, she couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. She remembered the look he had given her when she had joked about zebras in Italy, the way his eyes had dulled in that moment. It was as if, despite all the trappings of success, she would always be the girl from the small town, 2 steps removed from the sophistication of Richard's world. But Shelby had been content in her ignorance, basking in the glow of Richard's love and adoration. She had never questioned his motives or his intentions, trusting him implicitly with her heart and her future. Yet, as she sat in his office, surrounded by reminders of his wealth and power, she couldn't help but wonder what other secrets he had kept hidden from her. The truth came crashing down on her with the force of a tidal wave, sweeping away the illusions she had clung to so desperately. In the 2 months and 8 days since Richard's death, Shelby had been forced to confront the harsh reality of their financial situation. The big house, the fancy cars, the extravagant lifestyle, they were all illusions, carefully crafted to hide the truth of their precarious financial situation. The lawyers and accountants had explained it all to her in painstaking detail, laying bare the extent of Richard's deception. The big house wasn't hers, not really, it belonged to the mortgage company, a looming reminder of the debt that threatened to consume her. The cars were leased, the furniture bought on credit, and the taxes. Shelby couldn't bear to think about the taxes, the mountain of debt that seemed to grow larger with each passing day. But amidst the chaos and uncertainty, one thought remained constant in Shelby's mind, her daughter, Callie. At just 3 years old, Callie was all Shelby had left of Richard, a precious reminder of the love they had shared. She was Shelby's anchor in a sea of uncertainty, the one thing keeping her from being swallowed up by despair. Shelby knew she had to be strong for Callie, to provide for her and protect her from the harsh realities of the world they now found themselves in. She had to find a way to keep a roof over their heads, to put food on the table, to ensure that Callie had a future worth fighting for. And so, with a steely resolve born of desperation, Shelby set out to unravel the tangled web of Richard's deception. She combed through every document, every receipt, searching for any clue that might lead her to the truth. She sold off Richard's belongings, one by one, in a desperate bid to pay off their debts and secure a better future for Callie. But amidst the chaos and uncertainty, Shelby stumbled upon a discovery that would change everything. Hidden away in one of Richard's belongings was a key to a bank box, the contents of which remained a mystery to her. With a mixture of trepidation and determination, Shelby embarked on a journey to unlock the secrets of Richard's past, to uncover the truth behind his deception. As she delved deeper into Richard's affairs, Shelby uncovered a web of lies and deceit that threatened to consume her. From clandestine bank accounts to illicit affairs, she unearthed a side of Richard she had never known existed. Yet, even as she confronted the shadows of his past, Shelby refused to be consumed by bitterness or despair. Instead, she focused on the one thing that mattered most, her daughter, Callie. Through sheer force of will and unwavering determination, Shelby forged ahead, determined to carve out a brighter future for herself and her daughter. With each obstacle she overcame, each challenge she faced, she grew stronger and more resilient. And as she stood on the precipice of a new beginning, Shelby knew that no matter what trials lay ahead, she would face them head-on, fortified by the love and strength of her precious daughter, Callie. Together, they would rise above the ashes of their past, embracing the promise of a brighter tomorrow. Chapter 2. Amidst the grandeur of her late husband Richard's opulent office, Shelby Foxworth sat, a solitary figure amidst the remnants of a life she once knew. The polished zebra-wood desk, the plush leather chair, and the modern art that adorned the walls stood as silent witnesses to the facade of success that Richard had meticulously constructed. But as Shelby sifted through the remnants of his belongings, she couldn't escape the overwhelming sense of betrayal that threatened to suffocate her. Richard had been a master of presentation, crafting an image of sophistication and prosperity that belied the tangled web of deceit lurking beneath the surface. Now, in the aftermath of his sudden death, Shelby found herself confronting the horrific reality of their financial ruin. Each document she uncovered, each financial statement and personal effect, served as a painful reminder of the lies and deception that had brought them to this precipice. Yet, amidst the chaos and uncertainty, Shelby found solace in the unwavering love of her daughter, Callie. With her bright eyes and infectious laughter, Callie was the beacon of hope that guided Shelby through the darkest of times. Despite the turmoil that surrounded them, Shelby drew strength from her daughter's resilience, determined to provide a better future for them both. With a heavy heart and trembling hands, Shelby embarked on the daunting task of unraveling the tangled mess of Richard's affairs. She combed through financial documents and personal effects, piecing together the shattered fragments of their once promising life. Each discovery was a painful reminder of the betrayal she had endured, but Shelby refused to be consumed by bitterness or despair. As she ventured out into the world to liquidate Richard's assets, Shelby encountered unexpected acts of kindness and support from strangers. From the consignment shop owner who helped her unload heavy garment bags to the sympathetic bank teller who offered a comforting smile, Shelby was reminded that she was not alone in her struggles. Yet, amidst the mundane tasks of sorting through paperwork and negotiating with creditors, Shelby stumbled upon a discovery that would change everything. Hidden away in one of Richard's belongings was a key, an innocuous yet tantalizing clue to a hidden truth. With a mixture of trepidation and determination, Shelby embarked on a journey to unlock the secrets of Richard's past. From clandestine bank accounts to illicit affairs, she unearthed a tangled web of lies that threatened to consume them both. But even as she confronted the shadows of Richard's deception, Shelby remained resolute in her determination to carve out a brighter future for herself and Callie. Through sheer force of will and unwavering determination, Shelby forged ahead, determined to overcome every obstacle in her path. With each step forward, each challenge overcome, she grew stronger and more resilient. And as she stood on the precipice of a new beginning, Shelby knew that no matter what trials lay ahead, she would face them head-on, fortified by the love and strength of her precious daughter, Callie. Despite the weight of her burden, Shelby refused to let herself be consumed by despair. Instead, she channeled her energy into practical matters, meticulously planning her next steps as she sought to rebuild their shattered lives. With Callie by her side, she tackled the daunting task of liquidating Richard's assets, navigating the complex world of finance with a steely determination that belied her inner turmoil. But amidst the chaos, Shelby found moments of unexpected grace. From the consignment shop owner who offered her a sympathetic ear to the kind bank teller who went above and beyond to assist her, she encountered acts of compassion that served as beacons of light in the darkness. With each interaction, Shelby was reminded that she was not alone in her struggles, and that there were people willing to help her along the way. Yet, as she delved deeper into Richard's affairs, Shelby unearthed a startling revelation that threatened to upend everything she thought she knew. Hidden away in a safe deposit box was a key, an innocuous yet tantalizing clue to a hidden truth. With a mixture of trepidation and determination, Shelby embarked on a journey to unlock the secrets of Richard's past, determined to uncover the truth no matter the cost. As she delved deeper into the mysteries surrounding Richard's life, Shelby uncovered a tangled web of deception that threatened to consume them both. From clandestine bank accounts to illicit affairs, she unearthed secrets that shattered her illusions and forced her to confront the harsh realities of their marriage. But even as she grappled with the betrayal of her husband's lies, Shelby refused to be consumed by bitterness or despair. Instead, she channeled her energy into practical matters, meticulously planning her next steps as she sought to reclaim control of her life. With each revelation, Shelby grew stronger and more resilient, fortified by the love and support of her daughter, Callie. Together, they forged ahead, determined to overcome every obstacle in their path. And as she stood on the precipice of a new beginning, Shelby knew that no matter what trials lay ahead, she would face them head-on, fortified by the love and strength of her precious daughter, Callie.